everyone, this video is to review our first lesson in Unit 4, Quadratic Functions, Lesson 11, Graphing Quadratic Functions in Vertex form. So I took some of the information from the notes and from the Desmos activity and put it together in this slideshow to kind of go over what the graphs look like as the A value changes. So our first graph is when we have the standard or normal graph when our A value is 1. So when there is no number here, we know that A is 1, and this one's a positive 1. So we know our graph will be going up. Okay, so the first thing we need to do for all of these is we always start at the vertex, which is HK. So we're going to look at our equation here. We find that our H value here, right, if it says +4, we do the opposite of what we think, and we'll be going left 4. And our K value is a -3, so we'll go down 3. So we start here at the origin. We're going to go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 3, 1, 2, 3, and put our point for our vertex there, which is HK, -3, -4, and -3. From there, we're going to create the rest of our graph. We always start at the vertex. You can see that in both this Mr. Polinsky's visual diagram and then with the words here. Then we're going to go right 1 and then up 1. And that's because 1 squared is equal to 1. Okay, so we start here. We're going to go right 1, up 1, and put our first point. It's the orange point in the Desmos activity. We always go back to the vertex, and then we're going to go right 2, up 4, right 2, up 4. Here we go, right 2, up 4, and put another point. We can do a third point if we have space, but the activity only asks for 2. Okay, the next one is if we have a standard or normal, but we have a negative A value. So this is a -1. We do the same thing, find our vertex, right, which will be a +2, -1, right 2, down 1. And then instead of going up, we're going to go right and down. So the first one is right 1, down 1, back to the vertex, right 2, down 4, and so on. Okay, here, this one is if we don't have the parentheses, so we don't have an H value, that just means our H value is a 0. So our K is 6. So we start at 0 and put our vertex will be 0, 6. And then it is a negative A value, so we know our graph is facing down and we follow the same directions. Okay, now we'll see what happens when our A value is 2. Okay, we start the same way. We find our vertex, which is our H value is -4, so we're going to go left 4. Our K value is a -3, down 3, place our vertex. But now we have to multiply our Y values by 2. So we'll still go right 1, but instead of up 1, we're going to go up 2. So start at our vertex, right 1, up 2. 1 times 2 is 2. Back to the vertex. Now we're going to go right 2, up 8, because 4 times 2 is 8. Right 2, up 8, and here is our graph. When we have a 3, positive or negative, it's very similar to when it's a 2, but we'll be multiplying everything by 3. This is a -3, our A value, so we know that our graph is facing down. Okay, this is missing a number, I'm sorry. We started our vertex, which was left 5, up 6, left 5, up 6, okay? And now we're going to go right 1, down 3. There should be a 3 there. Back to the vertex. Right 2, down 12, because 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so right 2, down 12, and put our other point. We will probably not have space to do down 27, and that's okay. Just remember, if it's positive, go up instead of down.